Welcome back. We are smack dab in the middle of the postseason for high school basketball. As we record this, there have been several district champions crowned. And for some teams already, their eyes are set on the region tournament.
It's like the best time of the year, right? You get through the regular season and now it's playoffs. One of the pillars of high school basketball, though, in the Mid-South is the Bartlett Panthers. All season long, from the very beginning, they have been the top team in the state of Tennessee. And in fact, as we're taping this right now, they're coming off beating the Houston Mustangs. Not once, but how many times?
3 times. 3 times. Yes, Mustangs, as I was so into it that I mistakenly called them the Cougars during my highlights. My bad. They let me know about it on social media. But joining us on the program, fresh off that win, he is the head coach of those Bartlett Panthers, Mr. Dion. Coach, welcome to the show, and congrats on the win last night.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys having me, and thank you for that. Yep.
Coach, can we just start with congratulations are in order for a phenomenal season up to this point, no matter what happens, right, going forward. What an amazing season for your team.
I definitely appreciate that. I'm hoping that whatever happens is bringing that gold ball back. That's our goal there.
Now, Coach, I like to say on my sportscast that you guys are all about business. You know, you sit in the front of the plane because you're all about business. When you look at your team, y'all play a very ethical brand of hoops. There's nothing really flashy. Y'all are get down, y'all defend, y'all wait for the right opportunity to score. Just tell me kind of how you all are so even-keeled in the moment, because you look at this team, you don't really got a lot of seniors. You look at some of your best players, they're underclassmen like Braylon Williams and DJ Okoff. So just kind of tell me how you got young talent like that to buy in and be so disciplined.
I guess the biggest thing would be, as far as age and grade wise, I mean, you would look at those two and Dylan Jones and say, hey, they are returning a lot. But the one group that kind of gets lost in this is our senior class. Well, we've been very, very fortunate to have those guys, Sidney Thompson, Axton Perry, Marlon DeChaussee, Jaden Mitchell. They've been here for 4 years. And then you throw in Ethan Gatewood and Amari St. Anne. They've been here for 3 years. So our seniors, they do bring in a bulk of our load. They don't get the notoriety of the other three. But with all that being said, you throw in the youth with those older guys. A lot of them, most of them played last year, and we took our lumps last year. Something that we talked about at the beginning of this year, the end of last year, going into last season. One thing that we're talking about was if you were going to get us, last year was a year to get us. And, when we got to be willing to live up to that, as we come down this stretch run here.
I love that phrase. Yeah, if you're going to get me last year, because I'm coming for you eventually. Question, at what point in time during this season, and it had to been, I would assume, fairly early, did you realize this is a special group? Like, at what point? Was it in preseason? Was it after the first big win? Like, when did you say, man, this team is special?
Of course, the talent is definitely there. And I may get in trouble for saying this, but it is what it is. Our first game, we played at Milan High School against Rossview, and we were up fairly decent at halftime, but we weren't doing some things the right way. And halftime, we went outside and we ran, and they come back in and they responded, and they took off to a different level. And I told our coaches, I was like, man, that was my one shot. That was my one shot to kind of say, are you in or are you out? And when they come back from outside after halftime, they were all locked in. And I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know if I shot it too soon or whatever. But ever since then, of course, we've had a lot of big victories this season. They've responded. The resilience, it continues to show. But I would say in the beginning of the year, our preseason stuff was pretty difficult this year. Everybody's here for a goal, and that's how I kind of feel right now.
Coach, you talk about big wins. I say you guys are a show that can travel. You all have played games. You played Wheeler, which was the top team in Georgia. You've played Pope John Paul. You went to Illinois. You went to Missouri. You've beaten teams there. When you look at your game you most recently had, it was at Arlington High, not your home turf. But to go in there and you know you have a very talented Houston team, and it's tough to beat a team twice, but let alone beat them 3 times. In a game like that, where it came down once again to the buzzer, just kind of walk me through how it was for you coaching that in the heat of the moment, because I know like every possession, and Ruben and I talked about it before the camera went on there, you know, with it not being a shot clock, and you saw it last night, when Houston had a 1-point lead, they held on, they pounded the rock and held on to the ball, but you all found a way to force them to turn the ball over, get the ball back, take the lead, and close it out. Just walk me through all of that.
Oh, wait. First of all, it was a wild scenario, so I don't know how much coaching was involved in that. Players being players, for one. To speak on Houston as far as their talent, and Coach Sabo, Houston Mustangs, they do a great job. Man, Justin Freisen,
Kid is incredible.
Jordan Miles, Caleb Davis, man, they are top heavy, and it's a really, really good program. For one, let me say that. And again, a lot of people don't realize this. For a lot of this year, they've been top 50 in the country, so they are a
Yep.
really good program. They do a good job. But that last scenario, that fourth quarter, it's one of those things where, like I said in the very beginning, we've been through a lot of situations over the last um, 12 months. That's kind of prepared us for that last year. And those scenarios, it probably would have went a different way. We kind of experienced that a lot last year with youth. I think the even keel is, hey, we've been here, we've done this before. Don't get too high, don't get too low, don't let the moment get too big. Definitely don't let it get too low. Um, as far as coaching wise, like I said, we have a lot of good players, and the worst thing I can do right now is get in the way. So try to stay out the way, and try to keep my emotions at an even keel also.
There is a lot to be said, Coach, for what you just said. Is that in those last few minutes, I can't tell you how many times I watch games and it's the last couple of possessions and the teams just don't execute, and sometimes it's because they get overcoached. And so to your point of letting your players just go make plays when the game is on the line is very admirable. I will want to ask you, what do you do now to get everybody ready for what's next, right? Because it's a whole different push now.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of hype and a lot of publicity and a lot of, rah-rah about how good the team is. But how do you keep them centered and focused and ready to accomplish this goal?
Well, and again, as you're asking me that question, I'm sitting there thinking about the first thing I said is about taking them outside and running them. That may be something. Right. We may need to go outside and hit this track today to kind of get refocused and get ready. No, it's how it is. And these are teenagers. Emotions go all different ways. Biggest thing is try to keep them controlled, and they do a good job of that on their own. We have non-negotiable things is our attitude, effort, and our energy. Really, really re-emphasize those. Your attitude. Things may go good, things may go bad, but one thing that can always stay consistent is our attitude. So just re-emphasizing our non-negotiable stuff. Hey, man, we got to be good at these three intangible things if we plan to take a big step Saturday night against Central.
Oh, and see, yeah, I didn't get a chance to touch on that in my sports cast on Tuesday night. You all are taking on a Central team that at one point in time was right up there with you as one of the top teams in the Mid-South. Now, they have cooled down a bit lately, and Whitehaven has kind of surpassed them. But you all know, I know you all aren't like sleeping on the talent that is Central. Tell me about what it will take to lock in and beat a team like that and advance in the region tournament and, like you said, hold that gold ball.
Again, this is a very well coached team. They're very talented. Coach Watkins does a great job. We've had them in a do or die situation. This will be the third year in a row. So it's one of those things where we have to come out with got to be locked in. They are fun to watch, difficult to play against because they just coming at you. They're going to put most of the time at least 4, sometimes 5 guys out there that can all shoot the 3-pointer, along with be able to go right and left. So it's going to be a difficult task for us to keep them in front of us. And then again, that zone, that matchup zone they play, their man, they get after you. I mean, we just got to lock in. We got to be able to execute and be good. It's like you said, this is a really, really tough opponent, undefeated over half the year, and you look at the situation they're in, and it's like, man, how in the world do we end up with Central?
I know. I said that last night when that happened. When I looked at the brackets, I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, Central Bartlett first round, and I'm like, Houston's like, well, at least we don't got to play them in the first game.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a tough, difficult matchup. But you look at our region, and this has been the case year after year. I mean, it's going to be some really good games Saturday night here in Memphis in that 4A class, and I'm pretty sure 3A, 2A, and 1A is the same thing.
I was going to say the same thing. I mean, there's so much talent
In that region.
Yes, that I mean, there's probably not an easy matchup. You know what I mean?
I talk about it all the time. It's you guys, it's Whitehaven, it's Central, it's Southwind, it's Houston. That is like a bloodbath, a murderer's row. Like every night you're going to get somebody good. Coach, when I decided to make high school basketball a premier thing again and not be solely focused on football, it was nights like last night that kind of made me happy while winning that. You obviously were on the sidelines coaching, but that crowd at Arlington High, standing room only, it was a packed house, and Arlington's not even playing. It's you guys in Houston. Just tell me how it feels, for high school hoops to be so prominent in this city that you all can attract that type of crowd and really bring the community out for a game like that.
Again, I'm going to give my colleagues a lot of credit. Again, this league, the league that we're in, the 15-4A, the 16-4A, on the other side tonight at Central, it'll be standing room only out there also. It's some really, really, I'll say this first. Memphis has always been known for a hotbed of talent, but, the knock around the state, talking to coaches around the country, we don't get enough credit for the coaches we have also. We have some guys that do a really good job in the city. Again, they compete, they get their teams prepared. So Memphis is not just one of those things where, hey, man, we have a lot of talent, and we do. But you have some good coaches that are preparing these young men to be good every single night. And that raises the level. It raises the intensity. It makes nights like last night that much worse for people like me, the coaches, and that much better for fans.
Coach, we appreciate you so much. Best of luck on the rest of the journey so far for the rest of the season. We know we're out of time. We know you have other things you have to do. So, again, thank you so much, Coach, for taking the time to make sure everybody knows how special Bartlett is.
Don't run them too much, Coach.
Thank you guys very much. You guys have a good one.
You too, Coach.
All right, that was head coach Dion of the Bartlett Panthers. We're going to take a quick break, but we're going to do something different. As we head to break, we will show you the extended highlights of that Bartlett Panthers Houston Mustangs game of the second half. We'll be back after this.